What's up? This is basketballtrainingheadquarters.com. Today we're going to talk about the crossover move. Had a person from the blog email me asking me why his defenders weren't biting on his move. So today we're going to cover the crossover. Hopefully you can pick up some tips to help you do not just your crossover, but all your moves. A couple things you have to keep in mind when doing your fakes, your jabs, your crossovers, your pump fakes, so to make it believable so defenders will actually bite. That's very important as an offensive player to getting open is knowing how to foot fake, knowing how to set up your crossover, whatever move you're doing. So take a look at these two clips. First, I'm going to set it up for you. It's Chris Paul coming down the court. He sees Tyson Chandler setting a high ball screen up top, but he also notices his defender is anticipating him using that ball screen. So Chris Paul sets him up with the crossover. He fakes left and crosses back to the right to set him up because he's already cheating that way, expecting him to come off the high ball screen. So take a look at it. Then we're going to take it back a little bit and look at a couple other things to pay attention to. Okay. Take it back a little bit. Let me see where I want to go. Are you seeing this clip right now? Chris Paul, his head is down the floor, and he's seeing his defender. His defender is turned over his shoulder. He's looking. He knows there's a screen coming. So he's thinking, as a defender, he's thinking, okay, I see the screen coming, so I'm going to try to beat it over the top. Chris knows that. So what he does, he plays along with that and say, all right, he's trying to beat the screen, so he's over anxious. So I'm going to set him up as I'm coming off the screen, but I'm rejected. And he uses a crossover move to reject the screen. So the first point would be you have to know the situation, when to do your moves, when to do your crossover. That's the first key point. There's millions of different situations throughout the game where you can use the crossover, but it's more of a feel. The more you play, the more you do your move, you'll know exactly when to use it. Cheats him, crosses it over. So number one, know the situation to do your moves. Step number two would be your positioning as you're doing the move. Chris Paul, you see here, he's not slouched over at the waist. His back is still straight. His head is in center. It's going to give him explosiveness off the move, and it's also going to help him sell the fake as well. So if you look at him, see his body position is pretty center. His center of gravity is not shifted or leaned over. Look, he's still up. Crosses him over there. The third point I want to make when doing a crossover move, or any move for that matter, is you have to be an actor as a basketball player. Especially if you want to be a great offensive player, you have to be a great actor. What I mean by actor is you have to sell the fake, man. I see guys faking. For instance, Chris Paul, he's faking, but he's looking in the direction he's crossing over. You have to look in the direction you're faking. If you're faking left, you have to look left as if you're going to really go there to make it believable. Same thing with your jabs. When you jab in, you have to jab with the ball, because you can't jab and leave the ball over to the left if you're jabbing. If you're faking left, you fake with the ball, or you fake vice versa, fake right with the ball. Same thing with the crossover. You have to fake with your eyes, your head, your body, your feet. Has to be a hard jab. So take a look at Chris Paul as he's looking in the direction he's faking to really sell the fake. He does an unbelievable job. Got him. Slow it down a little bit. Look at his body position. Straight. Fakes with the foot. If you really can't get the rhythm of it, what you need to do is go left or go right, whatever way you're trying to fake. Go full speed that way, as if No, as you're really going that way, go full speed left, go full speed right. And see how your body's positioned. See how your legs are. You're in the lunge position. You should be. Your back should be straight. Just reenact that with the fake. You should almost make yourself believe that you're going that way. That's how believable the fake has to be. Like, you change your mind at the last second, you're gonna go back the other way. That's how believable it has to be. You can't let the defender know what you're doing too quick. It's a last minute decision. Even though you know what you're doing, but it has to be a last minute change of direction for it to work. So look at Chris again as he does all those things. It's the last second, like boom, and he jabs. His body's position, his head, his eyes are selling the fake. He's pushing off that foot and gets him. Look, he's pushing off. The next clip, it's basically he's still using the ball screen. So Chris knows, I said again, the situation. You can use a crossover move, of course, anytime, but he knows his defender is really trying to get over that screen. And in this situation here, I'm just going to roll it so you can see a little bit. Okay, his defender, look at his defender. His defender is shading him to go baseline. He doesn't want to give the middle up because he knows if Chris Paul gets in the middle, it's going to break down their defense. Help's going to have to come. People are going to have to be sagging in the lane. It's going to leave, shooters. It's going to be bad for them. So he's shading them. He's doing a good job. He's shading them to the baseline. Chris Paul sees that. As a player, you have to recognize situation, when to do your move. So what he's going to do, he's going to bait him as we bring it up, roll the clip a little bit. Okay, and look, a ball screen is coming. Kevin Love is setting the ball screen. So he really has it. He really going to sell it this time because the defender's like, okay, he going to use this ball screen, and I'm shading him to go baseline. So I know he's not going to go middle. So this is the perfect time to set him up with the crossover. So everything's already ready. All you got to do is do the move. It's already set for him. The stage is already set. Okay? So now he's going to fake like he's using the ball screen. He's going to fake like, okay, he's cutting me off so I can't go middle. Then he's going to turn back and go middle. Open the lane up. Open. Defenders are going to have to help. And I think Melo gets a 3 here because of the dribble middle penetration. That's another thing. You never want to give up middle. And he knows that. Look, he's setting them up. He looking at the clock. He got 9 ticks. He forcing him to that baseline. And he knows he's getting the ball screen. Okay, I got him. Look. But he don't even really do it. Just a little step. Because it was already set for him. So he didn't have to do just get him leaning just a little bit. So all you got to do is simple, man. It's simple basketball. Just get him leaning just a little bit. And he was able to make that play. So the takeaways are these. Okay, guys, the crossover takeaways are these 3 points. Knowing the situation, you have to know when to use your move, how your defender is actually playing you. Is he cheating? As we showed in the clip, Chris Paul defender was cheating towards that ball screen. In the second clip, he was shading him towards the baseline. So it was a perfect opportunity for him to bait him to that way and actually go the other way. The second point is the body positioning. Your back needs to be straight when doing your moves, your head in the center. Also, body positioning goes along with the third point of actually selling your fake. Are you actually looking like as if you were going to go that way? For example, are your eyes facing the direction you're faking? Is your head turned to the direction you're faking? That's very key. You have to be an actor when you're selling fakes. Are you, for jab fakes, head fakes, your eyes, your head, you have to do violent fakes, violent jabs to really, really get that defender to bite. And if it's already set up for you to go a certain way, it's a perfect opportunity for you to jab step, for you to cross over, for you to pump fake. You have to really think. It's almost like chess. After you make a couple moves, you set them up with the fake. Okay, so you really have to know, going again back to point number 1, knowing the situation knowing if you blew past him 4 times going right, he's going to be expecting that 5th time, so then you bait him with the crossover. That's going to make it even more over the top, even more believable, along with the body position, your eyes, your head. He's going to bite every single time if you just know the situation. All right, man, so that's it for those tips. Go to basketballtraininghq.com. I'll check it later. I'm out, man.